Non-UL. Though it is one of the oldest entries in the star charts, Non-UL has not yet been fully mapped. It is the largest body in the asteroid belt of the blue star Plutus, or Plutus if you want. Not only large enough to maintain a spherical shape, but also massive enough to retain the noxious carbon and sulfur dioxide venting from its many volcanoes as an atmosphere. Non-UL is rapidly volcanic, and the source of its great heat is also the source of its inordinate mass. Non-UL is a secondary source of element 0 coalesced around a large chunk of EZO, ejected by a supernova billions of years ago. Surface conditions are extremely hazardous. In addition to the thin crust and numerous magma flows, wide stretches of the landscape are coated with slippery ash and cinders ejected from the volcanoes. Sounds like a great place for a slip and slide. Orbital distance 30.08 AU, orbital period 94 Earth years, radius 4,439 kilometers, day length 46.9 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.88 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 127 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.85 G. Alright, now you. Clocrolis. Okay, Clocrolis is a modest rock planet, roughly the size of Mars. It has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of silicate rock with deposits of aluminum and other light metals. Clocrolis has a very weak magnetic field. In addition to very high levels of solar radiation, it is not suitable for Mass Effect drive discharge operations. Okay. What does one have to do with the other? Okay, whatever. Orbital distance at 12.5 AU, orbital period at 25.2 Earth years, radius 3,675 kilometers, day length 57 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.37 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 61 Celsius, surface gravity 0.39 G. Okay, now this guy. Mydla, sorry. Mydla is a terrestrial planet with a light atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is hot and mainly composed of magnesia with deposits of sulfur. Over a dozen volcanoes are currently erupting across the surface. Orbital distance 3.2 AU, orbital period 3.3 Earth years, radius 6,914 kilometers, day length 33.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.48 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 497 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.88 G. Okay, one more. What is this one? Mingito. I remember this guy. Mingito is a sun-baked wasteland of sodium, chlorates, and radioactives. Its relatively light mass has left it tidally locked to the star Plutus, with a day-side hot pole and the night-side cold pole. The powerful solar wind has stripped most of the atmosphere away. Orbital distance 1.8 AU, orbital period 1.4 Earth years, not hours. That would be really fast. Radius 4,384 kilometers. Sorry, now I'm picturing the planet just like zipping around in circles really fast, and it's amusing me. Day length 1.4 Earth years. Atmospheric pressure 0.2 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 675 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.44 G. Alright, time to make Reapers mad. Let's make them Reapers mad. All them Reapers mad.
I found something.
Okay. Is there really just like one thing in this system?
Faster than light jump successful.
Alright, off to Dis. Enter. Okay, what have we got? Got a bunch again. Is that still Salto? I think that might be still Salto. Okay, hold on. Niarum. Niarum is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of basaltic rock. Its most prominent feature is the Elos Rift Valley, a long volcanic divergence zone that stretches across half of the northern hemisphere. Orbital distance 3.15 AU, orbital period 6.3 Earth years, radius 6,779 kilometers, day length 31.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.67 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 58 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.82 G. Okay, let's check this one. Grammar. Gremar is an icy terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of frozen ammonia with deposits of tin and other light metals. When exposed to sunlight, Gremar's ammonia can melt, forming equatorial seas of the toxic chemical. This has allowed a profusion of simple fungus and lichens to evolve in the low-energy environment. A byproduct of their metabolism causes them to glow very faintly. While the light of an individual is insignificant, large patches seem to reinforce the light of one another and are visible from space. That's so cool! I want to see it! Orbital distance 10 AU. Orbital period 35.4 Earth years. Radius 3,691 kilometers. Day length 61.7 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature -84 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.28 G. Seriously, I want to see this glowing planet. That's so awesome. I want to go there. I want to go there now. Klensal. Klensal has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining concerns spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test bores to claim the system for humanity. But Klensal only had an average level of mineral wealth, valuable but hardly worth the Russian expense. Merida Industria, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in their first extrasolar mining venture, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Investigation revealed the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in a costly boondoggle. Of course they did. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. Sure. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals. Orbital distance 7.15 AU, orbital period 21.4 Earth years, radius 5,447 kilometers, day length 37.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.58 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature -35 Celsius, surface gravity 0.86 G. I just realized that, like, everybody that's in space travel is either in the military or a criminal. Why can't just the, like, normal people go and space travel around? Why don't we ever run into any of them? Is it like I have to be a criminal if I want to travel through space in this future? I don't like that. Jartar. I remember Jartar. Jartar is a terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The surface is hot and primarily composed of unremarkable silicates. Occasional deposits of aluminum, magnesium, and other light metals can be found. Jartar is noted for the discovery of the Leviathan of Dis, the apparent corpse of a genetically engineered living starship. The Leviathan was found in the bottom of a crater by a Batarian survey team and estimated to be nearly 1 billion years old. It disappeared, quotes, after a visit to the system by a Batarian dreadnought 20 years ago. Since then, the Batarians have steadfastly denied that the Leviathan existed at all the more vociferously when shown recordings of the corpse made by Solarian researchers. Interesting. Stupid Batarians, give it back. Orbital distance 1.85 AU, orbital period 2.8 Earth years, radius 1,410 kilometers, day length 2.8 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 82 Celsius, and surface gravity of 1.7 G. Alright, let's see. Is this Cel Salto? I feel like it is. No, it's Raisha. Darn. Raisha is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of sodium and ammonia in its atmosphere. During the brief gold rush to Klensal, a few companies established an infrastructure for helium-3 skimming and deuterium mining on Raisha's icy moons. When Klensal proved to be less wealthy than expected, the facilities were stripped for parts and abandoned. Orbital distance 17.98 AU, orbital period 85.5 Earth years, radius 34,914 kilometers, and day length 11.5 Earth hours. Alright, is that all of them? I think it is. This one, yeah, that's Klensal. Got Klensal, got Gremar, got this guy, got the tiny guy. Let's make some Reapers mad. Making Reapers mad.
Signal confirmed.
Okay, we got one thing. we got another thing. And it's possible that Raisha has something, but I can't get to it just now. Alright, let's go back to Antaeus. And we shall read what is there, and then make Reapers mad. It's great fun. Okay, Hunidor. Whoa, this one has a lot of planets. Ugh. Hunidor is a moderately sized ice world with an extremely thin atmosphere composed of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is unusually smooth, suggesting widespread repaving by cryovolcanic processes, though no such activity is currently evident. Orbital distance 18.68 AU, orbital period 90.5 Earth years, radius 3,686 kilometers, day length 48.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.2 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature negative 202 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.22 G. Alrighty, what's this guy? Vemel. Vemel is an enormous terrestrial world of mixed rock and ice with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of calcium with deposits of iron. Because of noxious surface gases, explorers are warned to use extreme caution. Orbital distance 10.38 AU, orbital period 37.5 Earth years, radius 10,314 kilometers, day length 36.3 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature negative 61 Celsius, and surface gravity 1.1 G. Alright, let's try this big guy. Big guy. Ploba. Ploba is the second and by far the larger of Antaeus' two gas giants. Active scans by survey ships have returned tantalizing indications of massive solid structures deep within the atmosphere, too regular in pattern to be anything natural. Ooh. Some believe Ploba is a Jupiter brain, a planet-sized supercomputer. That's cool. Adherents of this theory have fruitlessly beamed signals toward the sunken megastructures, hoping to get the machine's attention. Others believe that an ancient spacefaring race disposed of their weapons of war by dumping them into the planet. The last attempt to reach the salvage Ploba's deep anomalies went tragically wrong and ended with a crew of 12 being trapped and crushed in the gas giant's lower atmosphere. Well, that's sad. Orbital distance 6.93 AU, orbital period 20.4 Earth years, radius 74,221 kilometers, day length 17.3 Earth hours. Alright, Edmos. Edmos is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. If Traben's terraforming is successful, it is expected that a helium-3 fuel refining facility for the system will be set up here. When? Are you going to be dodging Reapers to install it? Orbital distance 3.65 AU, orbital period is 7.8 Earth years, radius 36,826 kilometers, and day length 13.7 Earth hours. Okay. Now this guy, Traben. Traben is a modest terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver, and now the cat is pounding at the door because she wants to be let back in. Oh my god, Meowsy, you're driving me crazy. Get in. And don't walk in front of the screen. Okay? We have a deal? Good. Traben's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. Exogeny Corps recently performed a test impact of a single water ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and introduce water to the environment. A survey team is on the surface, monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites, and also Reapers. Orbital distance 1 AU, orbital period 1.1 Earth years, radius 5,489 kilometers, day length 41.8 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.84 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 8 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.86 G. Alright, one more and then we make Reapers mad. A gecko. During the initial survey of the entire system, only a single flyby probe was spared for the small, scorched world of a gecko. It revealed a planet unusually rich in heavier elements given its size. A gecko is a standard terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Yes, it is not a lizard. It is a standard terrestrial atmospheres. That's funny. Its crest is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of cobalt and other heavy metals. Due to extremely rough cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. Orbital distance 0.25 AU, orbital period 0.1 Earth years, radius 2,147 kilometers, day length 59.9 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 3.46 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.2725 G. Sorry, not 7. I don't know where I got that 7 from. Okay, let's try here.
I found something.
Excellent. Let's find it before the Reapers appear. Alright, what we got? What is it? More credits. Okay, cool. I'll pay for my gas. Alright, let's try here. No. They're coming! Quick, right away.
Reapers
Oh, and I found the other thing, though. Excellent. We'll go back some other time. Okay, let's see. What do we still have? I searched Kite's Nest. We searched Hades Gamma. We searched Exodus. Apian Crest is where we're going next. The Anos Basin we'll leave alone. Oh, but I need fuel, so let's go there really quick. Actually, let's do a quick test here. Can I search this system without making Reapers mad? Yes, I can. Excellent. Hooray! Then let's read these planets while we're here. Okay, what do we got? Haliguse. Spacer investors are fond of saying you can't exhaust a gas giant, but the Solarians have certainly tried. Haliguse is home to a thriving community of robo-miners and those who work in helium-3 collection and refinement. More than 16 of Haliguse's more metallic moons have been settled. The giant bears the name of the Haliguse Corporation, which combined the best efforts of several Solarian clans to manufacture the advanced shielding necessary to colonize the planet's moons. The planet's magnetosphere retains massive amounts of radioactive ions from Pranash, the system's star. Because of this, the cities on the moons are subsurface, protected from lethal radiation levels by shielding and thick layers of rock. Haliguse was bought out centuries ago, but the name endures as a symbol of Solarian innovation and cooperation, not corporation. Colony founded 560 BCE. Wow, that was a long time ago. Population 129,000. Wow, that's really small. Capital Ifa. Orbital distance 3.6 AU, orbital period 6.8 Earth years, radius 54,743 kilometers, day length 16.8 Earth hours. Okay, let's try this guy. Cerberus. Ah, excellent. The Solarian homeworld has been likened to the jungles of Earth, pretty to look at, teeming with life, uncomfortable to live in, and dangerous to the unwary. The technophilic Solarians have significant pollution and waste problems early in the development of their society. They also embrace social solutions just as quickly, and through complex breeding rules, Cerberus now maintains a crowded but sustainable population. The planet tends to be wetter than Earth, and Solarian cities spare no expense to collect and provide fresh water, as one might expect from an amphibious species. Due to Cerberus's location in the galaxy, far from dark space, it has yet to be invaded by the Reapers, but its rulers are all too aware that they are in the path of attack. Because they could not strike the first blow, as their military doctrine suggests, many already consider their forces at a severe disadvantage. Population 10.3 billion, that is a lot. Population, orbital stations 1.1 million. Orbital distance 1.1 AU, orbital period 1.2 Earth years, radius 6,709 kilometers, day length 21.5 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.42 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 25 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.94 G. Okay. How about this little guy? Draggle. The tiny rock planet Draggle is notable for its status as a strategic reserve of heavy metals. It has been warmed slightly by a thin atmosphere of nitrogen carbon monoxide, but otherwise remains hostile to life. In the clandestine fashion typical of Solarians, a military outpost orbits the planet, but does not appear on Alliance star maps. Like Saradrill, Draggle is named for the matrilineal clan that sent the first manned mission to the planet's surface. However, a thriving minority of the Sylar clan, who sent the first manned mission to orbit the planet, insist that to this day that their landing attempt was sabotaged by the Draggles and the planet should bear their name. Relations between the two clans remain tense. Sounds like Solarians to me. Orbital distance 1.9 AU, orbital period 2.5 Earth years, radius 1,528 kilometers, day length 60.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure trace, surface temperature negative 37 Celsius, and surface gravity 1.5 G. Okay, I think we've got one left. Saradrill. Cirkesh's sister planet is in a weak hothouse state, retaining enough carbon dioxide and monoxide to form an atmosphere thicker than a garden world's, but thinner than a true hothouse like Venus. In the early days of Solarian space exploration, the species saw mining the planet as an engineering challenge. When the Solarians made contact with the Asari, the robo-mining industry developed for planets like Saradrill quickly became the galactic standard. The planet is named for the Saradrill clan, specifically the Solarian Dalatrass Saradrill II, Sorasan Mal Netya Par Tore Nura, who sponsored the first manned mission to the planet. In antiquity, the planet was named for various gods, as well as the astronomer who first classified it as a planet rather than a star. But Nura's political machinations won out, and the planet now bears her clan's name on all standard Solarian star maps. Orbital distance 0.6 AU, orbital period 0.5 Earth years, radius 5,243 kilometers, day length 22.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 8.45 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 325 Celsius, and surface gravity 1.7 G. Sorry, 7.1. Alright, is there anything here? Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's not. There's not anything here, just a fuel depot. That is entirely possible. In fact, it is looking likely. Okay, so there's nothing here. Let's leave. Solarians are lame. Okay. Where are we going now? Let's go. There's one more system way out here, which apparently has a oh wait, there was another one in the middle. We're jumping through something. Unless that one wasn't open yet. That's possible. Okay, what have we got? What's Cerberus Lab? Can I go to my journal really quick and see what this Cerberus Lab stuff is about? Journal. What is Cerberus Lab? N7 Cerberus Lab. The Alliance has discovered a new Cerberus laboratory located on Sanctum. Investigate the lab and deal with any potential threat. Huh, maybe we can do that. Alright, let's head into the galaxy map. I think... I think if I do a search here, I'm gonna make everything mad. So let's go to the Cerberus Lab system first. Decorus, here we go. Okay, this is a very small one. Does it even have anything? Lina. Lina, cloaked, is a methane-clouded hothouse planet. Its lack of metal-rich core and significant magnetosphere allows for an easy scan, which reveals mining equipment on its surface. It can be deduced that this mining occurred within the last 5 years. Any longer, and the machines would have been worn down to nothing by the excessive heat and dust storms of hot iron oxide. Orbital distance 1.4 AU, orbital period 1.7 Earth years, radius 6,197 kilometers, day length 36.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 37.64 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 365 Celsius, and surface gravity 1 g. Okay, let's just take a look at this planet. Enter orbit. Sanctum. Sanctum is proof of the old spacer adage: just because it's a garden world doesn't mean it's a picnic. Freezing ice storms cover the poles and temperate zones, leaving a narrow strip of habitable land at the equator. Dry but windy, this area is home to Sanctum's minimal terrestrial plant life. The planet has yet to develop land-based animals, though invertebrates grow quite large in its pelagic seas. Mining, referred to as ice cracking at anywhere but the equator, is common employment on Sanctum. The planet is rich in platinum and palladium deposits, as well as boron, which is locally used in semiconductor doping. Travel advisory: carbon dioxide levels on Sanctum can reach 5,000 parts per million during thermal inversions. Travelers should carry a breather mask at all times and consult the Sanctum World Weather Service for warnings. Travel advisory: piracy is at a 14-year global high on Sanctum. Visitors should take appropriate security precautions. Also Reapers. Colony founded 2169. Population at 257,300. Capital Vulpes. Orbital distance 2.6 AU. Orbital period 4.2 Earth years. Radius 6,651 kilometers. Day length 69.4 Earth hours. Atmosphere pressure 0.4 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature -50 Celsius in the mean and 4 Celsius at the equator. Surface gravity 1.2 g. Okay, let's see if I can scan this planet, or if there is anything in this system.
Signal confirmed.
Okay, there are, and we're not making Reapers mad. That's good. Okay, what does this planet have? What have we got here? Something that is taking forever to reach. Let's go. Oh my god, why are you making me turn this around like crazy? Why didn't you send me the other way? There's a distress signal. No, it's credits. What are you talking about? Distress signal. Credits are in distress? That'd be something. Let's see what this is. Okay, we got 350 units of fuel. That's good. Means we don't have to hit the fuel depot after we leave. Okay, the wreckage of a fuel depot destroyed by enemy forces. The fuel can be salvaged from the debris. Recovered 350 units. And that should be everything for here.